Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here with Tag12. How you call me? I don't really care. And today we are once again back in World of Tanks, taking a look at the T10, the former IS-8. And I have to say, I'm gonna stick to IS-8. I like that name much better. But yeah, Wargaming and their stupid ideas of changing the names of the tanks and the tanks in general. Well, yeah, but today we're not gonna be talking about this vehicle, although it is pretty damn cool. It's a very nice tank. I might make a what to expect video on the IS-8 or the T10, excuse me, because it's a great tank. But today I actually want to talk about some things that have surfaced on the interwebs because Wargaming have held a Q&A just very recently. I know I've said Q&A in the last few days quite often, but still, I think it's very important to keep you guys posted, informed on what has been happening. So the Q&A, they wanted to address some issues, and it was filled with stuff, like so much things that they wanted to introduce. And one of the things that they want to work on is the toxicity level on World of Tanks. They want to reduce the toxicity level, and I think this is the ideal moment to make a video to give some ideas how to make team play better in this game, because toxicity is coupled with the general lack of kind of team play in this game. So what can we say? Currently, World of Tanks doesn't really support that much team play. You can platoon up, you can invite some stranger to a platoon, you can get some additional points for tracking and spotting vehicles. All in that, you know, it's like subconsciously the game wants to give you reasons to play in a team, or do certain things in a team and not shoot your friends, because you're gonna get a penalty. But still, that happens quite a lot. People screaming around, and let's not forget the incident that they completely deactivated the general chat so that we could chat to the enemy team. That thing has been deactivated because the people that kind of were upset were constantly telling the position of their ally who was the last life, and obviously Wargaming had to do something. It was a very, very radical step, and I still do not support the decision because I loved the cross-team chat. I still love it, and I think it is very, very sad to see that it's not in the game anymore. So, what can we do currently in the game? Well, we can report players. We can ignore them, we can add them on a blacklist, but we cannot recommend them. And that's one of the things that I think is just absolutely wrong right now, because if you have the option of reporting someone, you should also have the option of recommending something. There's always a white side, like there's always a good and a bad side, and you should always have both of these sides represented, not just one of them, because it is only fair that you can recommend people, and I think this entire system needs to change. Just imagine how great this change would be for teamwork. Imagine, like, someone gets recommended because he helps somebody out, and he helps them out, he protects their back, and he gets a recommendation for that because he saved your life in this game. Well, people on the other team or in the next match will see, whoa, look at this guy. He helped someone, they recommended him, so we'll try to help him, we'll try to play with him. And the ones who have a bad reputation, negative reputation, well, they can just play with the other people who have a negative reputation. I know it's difficult because obviously we don't have enough players on the North American server, but just imagine, like, the salty people can play with the salty people, the happy people can play with the happy people, the ones that really want to win the game, and the ones that want to help the team out. And I think this would really increase team play, because generally speaking, people want to be on the good side. The normal, rational human being wants to be on the good side and wants to, be recognized as a good one. So just imagine a guy who is a good guy who wants to play a good round, he gets recommended often for being a nice person, for, you know, being a supportive teammate, he will get automatically more support than a guy who is like, who has a very bad recommendation. So just imagine that. I think this would be a great change. It would allow us to, generally speaking, trust our teammates more because, well, they have a good recommendation, and if they didn't perform as good as they should have, you can still give them a negative recommendation. So it's a system that constantly changes, you know. If you're playing good, like you're supportive, but at the same time, it might be a system that is prone to be abused with certain elements. And I know it's not perfect, but it's just a thought that I want to put into it, because there are people, or there are games out there that have good recommendations, you know, like these, for example, World of Warships has this system where you, when you get reported, you'll see that after the game, there are going to be reports, but also you're going to get like the recommendations. You'll see how many people recommended you because you were like a fair play guy, or you did something really cool and they want to support you. And I think that is great. Why not? Obviously, the system must be more fleshed out. It must be kind of viewed in more different perspectives. But still, I think it would be a great idea. So as always, I would love to hear what you guys would think about this change. And as always, keep on tanking. I'll see you on the next one.